Spotify subscribers rise to 182 million despite Joe Rogan. What? What do you mean despite? Like, they paid him $1 billion to in order to fortify their offering. Mm-hmm. Talking about despite. Oh, I guess because there was a hashtag delete Spotify or something. Is that why, Will? Oh, yeah, there you go. Hashtag Spotify deleted was trending. It's amazing how people perceive that. You would look at that, you would see that trending, and you'd be like, oh, it's over for Spotify. Mm. I need to sell my shares. Spotify is a publicly traded company. Mm-hmm. Yes or no? Yes? Yeah. I can buy Spotify? Should be, right? All of a sudden I'm thinking public-private because private's the new public. Private's the hot new one. No more initial public offering. Instead, we go private. Before Twitter went private, Dell went private. Does anyone remember that? Dell used to be publicly traded. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Spotify's latest earnings release suggests that the audio streaming service subscriber numbers haven't seen much, if any, impact from the controversies that surrounded its Joe Rogan podcast. In the quarter ending March 31st, Spotify says its premium subscribers rose 50. Rose? Who are these people? Who are these sickos? Rose 15% on a year-on-year basis to 182 million, up from 180 million the previous quarter. I mean, it's not just Rogan. It's the fact that they put a ton of money into content. Like, they paid a bunch of different podcasters. Rogan, the biggest of the bunch, but they've been making moves, man. Spotify's not napping. Like, they're doing work. Mm-hmm. Monthly active users rose 19% year on year to 422 million, up from 406 million. For context, in the previous quarter, premium subscribers rose 16% year on year. Anyway, so I guess what does that mean? It's better than typical growth for them. It is a lot of premium subscribers when you think about it. 182 million.
Yeah, what's Netflix?
Gotta be around there.
I think above 2.
Gotta be around there, maybe 250. We get to watch Will's tactics here to get here quickly.
Is it annual?
200 million, 221. 221.
Yeah.
Netflix costs more than Spotify, depending on which account you have. Something interesting about Spotify, I started using it more when I started driving the Tesla because it's native there. Sure. And it's a no phone connection necessary. Mm-hmm. That wasn't the case in the Taycan up until the latest update. Now Spotify's native account connection as well, right in the dash.
On your phone?
No, on the car.
What do you mean? Wasn't it always native?
No, you'd have to use Bluetooth.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not talking about Android Auto. I'm not talking about Apple CarPlay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Porsche had the integration with Apple where you could have Apple Podcasts right in the dash and Apple Music. Mm-hmm. And I was like, considering just not needing to Google my phone, whatever. But then the Spotify one was easy. I already had it. And now I can use it in both of those. So I feel like Spotify's been smart in a number of ways as far as making sure that they're constantly in the conversation. Mm-hmm. And nobody forget about us. I mean, it's imagine the task of being Spotify. Everybody they're up against are giants. Everybody. Apple, Amazon, Google. Hi, we're Spotify.
Yeah, it's nice to know that they're not tied to like Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It's just kind of like its own entity.
Yeah, well, there's advantages. On the Tesla, you have this really big display, so they can the app is integrated in a more native way to the real estate you have available to you, including other features, like if I want to like a song or start a playlist or start radio based on a song. These are all modern inputs that we would like to have. And then it could be this one little thing why you stay subscribed. Because I have multiple music services, and which one I end up using is often depends on these minor differences.
The minor differences. Yeah, I hear you.
Because they're all pretty good.
Nuance.
They're all pretty good. But and the same with going after certain podcasters and having those exist natively.
Mm-hmm.
Although in those cases, I'm not sure the user friendliness went up because those podcasts used to be everywhere anyway, including Spotify, like including this show right here. You can imagine all the ways you can be. Well, right now you can only be watching us live if you're in real time. If you're after the fact, you can be watching this podcast with video on YouTube. You can be listening to the audio only version still via YouTube in the background, which a lot of people do. You can be having it automatically downloaded from something like Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, or you can be streaming after the fact via Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, or you can be on Spotify and whatever other number of places you might want to get it. It's all about flexibility.
Are you promoting Blue Later right now?
I feel like I am.
Okay.
Does Spotify have live video?
Spotify does have video, but not live, I don't think, unless it's recent.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, probably
They would be interesting. I mean, they should, if they don't yet. But then they get into the weird game streaming and Twitch, and it's hard to be all these things. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to beat YouTube on that front. YouTube is just everything. Tremendous availability and cross-pollination, because obviously we put the clips out. And then if you watch, maybe you prefer to watch a clip or the full one or the live one or after the fact. Or then the stuff Kirk was posting, he was experimenting with shorts for Later Shorts. It's so versatile, the YouTube side of things. But nevertheless, you can get this thing anywhere. So the exclusive deals, it's cool. The creators get paid a bunch of money. But you do have to kind of change your habit in order to continue to interact with them. And it's going to be big for Spotify. I think it was a tremendous move for Spotify. Amazing move. Like a deal. I would say I'd say Spotify got a deal because it's a habit thing.
Yeah.
It's a habit forming thing. And then you just launch Spotify and then the behavior is just set in. And I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody. But for those that it does work for, they're in your life now. That logo, that name, they're in your life now. And that's not easy with just music, because as we just mentioned, it would be small little differences between these apps and why you would choose one over the other, outside of having exclusive content. And the other ones are going to have to follow. Apple Podcasts, or, we talked about how they're negotiating with the Obamas. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Who was Amazon? Amazon's like, well, we gotta pay for some content too.
Mm-hmm.
So was leaving Spotify.
Spotify didn't even make an offer to the Obamas.
Yeah.
They gave them whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. The previous deal.
I don't know how all that stuff performed. Like even their stuff on Netflix. I don't know how. Why can't you find like there's no viewing data on Netflix, right? Like you can't.
Sometimes they'll share what they want to share. So when they do their earnings, though, they will say if a show is like downloaded really well or whatever. But it's not, we can't just look at their analytics publicly. Okay, so their previous deal was $25 million. The thing is, they don't post very much, so they're not as habit forming from a listener perspective. I think they said their next deal, they only want to publish 8 episodes. That's not really habit forming.
8 episodes of a podcast?
8 episodes on their next deal is what they're negotiating. 8 episode limited run.
I mean, so they're all big guests, and then it's...
I don't even know if it's big. I don't know.
Well, it would have to be.
I don't know.
If you're only doing 8, then...
I don't know. So...
Even the hairy... I don't
Well, these are things you don't want to pay for, Vin. But you realize the Harry fans that are out there? You realize the Meghan Markles that are out there? They pay. Come on, Vin, they pay. Maybe you don't pay. They pay. You don't pay for anything. What do you pay for? Yeah, exactly.
No, I
so who
pay
are you
for
to talk? Who are you to talk?
I pay for
you
stuff.
Pay. You don't pay.
I pay my
You pay your hydro?
my cable. No. Well, yeah.
No.
But, yeah.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, no.
You want it? Okay,
you don't
if I'm
directly,
on,
you don't directly pay hydro, do you? You don't.
Yes.
Yes, what?
All of it. All of hydro.
You don't
gas.
you don't directly pay Toronto Hydro.
No. It goes through a third party.
That's right. You're damn right it does.
No, but I like on. So I have Rogers Ignite. I pick up the remote. I press the button. I say YouTube. It goes to YouTube. Now everything's all connected. If I say the title of a show, movie, whatever, it brings up everything. It'll bring up stuff on Crave, on Netflix, on Disney. I don't know if Apple's there yet, but it's becoming.
Are you doing an ad for Rogers right now? I don't think they need it, Vin.
No, but I'm saying if I could pick up my remote and say Spotify,
you'd listen.
Well, I'd take a peek, but I can, I'm not. I can't. There's no way for me to get into Spotify.
Yeah, there is.
In my life.
Of course, there is. Just go to their website or go on your phone.
Well, no, I need it. Well,
you need it in Rogers Ignite.
Probably. Probably. That's the.
Well, there you go. You Spotify. This is where you're missing out because you want. I promise you want Vin as a customer. He's the number one customer. You need to get on. By the way, for those that don't know, Rogers is a regional telecommunications company here in Canada. Enormous by Canadian terms. And they kind of, they control everybody's home internet, or at least half, and half of people's home internet connections. So Vin's actually using his cable box as his main method for engaging with content.
Yeah,
just to clear things up for people because they don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Watching YouTube.
The reason for this is because Vin he wants to remain seated on his couch at all costs, and there's not many ways to interact with your TV. Now, granted, TVs have gotten smarter. Vin, you may not know this.
No, I know. I'm not.
You're not.
It's just the Rogers box.
Yeah. And so they're banking, Rogers is banking on senior citizens like yourself that refuse to upgrade their TV because you could have just upgraded your TV and it has every app on it, including Spotify.
That's another step that I'm not willing to take.
You're not willing to do. You got a country club to get to.
What? Switching inputs.
You got a lunch date.
Video. No.
You got a date at the tennis courts, right, for your match? No?
No. I do. No, you know what?
You're not playing enough tennis.
I can't. If I was going to do golfing and, well, I already told you about I haven't looked into it more, but maybe more bowling.
Get into more bowling. You know who's an amazing bowler? I just found this out. MLB All-Star Mookie Betts is a professional bowler. And he actually bowls on the tour. And he's bowled multiple perfect games.
Huh.
And this is in the off season, he goes straight to professional bowling.
Wow.
And you can go to his Instagram account. Did I talk about this on the show before?
No.
Will? Oh, no, I didn't? Okay, I was telling my kids this. Of course, we took them bowling. And I was trying to get them inspired here. And I was like, look, because they're into baseball. And I was like, look at this. You can do it. You still can do it. And this guy's hyper competitive. He's got one hell of a spin going on, as you can see from the stance there.
It's weird this story's never made it to main.
Oh, see, Vin, you got to get off your cable box, Vin. You got to get on the internet. Find this kind of stuff out. You could even watch his competing if you got yourself on the internet. What's really cool about him is he goes in there and mixes it up with the tour. I mean, he doesn't play it up like he's some special MLB player. He doesn't bring any type of superiority in there. He's just one of the guys on the tour.
And that's a heck of a tour.
It's a heck of a tour. There you go. He bowled a 300 game in a PBA World Series.
I'm saying even Chris Paul. I had no idea about pro athletes and other sports bowling.
There you go. Well, this was a celebrity bowl off. You had Mookie Betts, Chris Paul, DJ Khaled. But I'm saying he's actually in the tour, even when it's not a celebrity event.
Huh.
Yeah. But anyway, go to his Instagram account real quick, Will, because I just want to show Vin his final strike on his most recent perfect game. I don't know if they call it a perfect game.
Yeah.
Perfect score or whatever.
Oh.
So scroll down a little bit here. I didn't expect this level of interest from Vin, so we got to get to the bottom of Oh, you're not signed in and you're not going to be able to get far enough down.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to my world, Will.
God.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going down.
Yeah, I know you're going down, but there it is. Yeah, you got it on the left right over there.
Told you, bud.
There you go. Isn't what I say.
That's what this is when everything began to end
dumb.
for me. I was just getting bombarded on anything I did with this stuff.
So close.
What, is this helping or hurting these companies?
I thought you were going to say, is this healthy?
No, but I like...
Yeah, Vin, that's how they generate users. Will says, I got to see this clip, and he signs in, or he creates an account. That's their whole game plan. I know it's hurting your experience online, but most people, they sign up. Well, now he has to remember the past. No, I don't, Vin.
Well, you have it's W? Or...
Yeah, I don't.
He couldn't get the one U. Don't even get him started on his Twitter username. Vin, don't laugh. This is serious stuff. Do not laugh.
I don't remember, guys. It's over.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. I think if you have the actual URL of that video, you can get it.
Yes. You're allowed to share certain...
if I was you, I would Google Mookie Betts bowling Instagram, and somebody would have wrote a news article on that clip, and you'll be able to watch it embedded.
Or, yeah.
There, top one. There you go. Is this it? Jan 10. Let's see if it's embedded. I mean, there it is.
Yeah.
God, you can't kill us. You can't beat us. No sign-in.
But
so his caption says, "This is how we roll. Just call me Mr. 300." And Vin just needs to catch a glimpse at this game here. You can see the scores. Everybody he's playing with is
I know.
killing as well, by the way.
Ali looks good.
Listen to the song. Oh, you can't play the song.
Oh, I couldn't hear anything.
It's like some type of funk.
Is this a casual game?
Yeah, he's just with friends.
Okay.
Good gracious.
Wow.
And he doesn't even celebrate that much on the perfect game. I mean, he gets a high five and stuff. But if I get you know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm running around the entire alley. Look at that, 300. Look at all those strikes.